Who's the most famous person you trained?
You want quick shots?
Quick shots. Just give us quick names.
I trained Big Papi,
Big
Big
Papi?
Ortiz. Yeah. Trained Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mack,
And recently Jaylen Brown.
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
How do you get in connection with these superstars?
It's connections. It's more like, I know people in the industry and, people in the industry kind of help each other out. So I'm very knowledgeable in my field, and it's been a blessing that I've been able to like move around and meet people that are able to, respect my craft and kind of put me in the right direction.
What do you think is the one thing that makes you just different from every other trainer? That makes people want to go to you?
I'm an unorthodox trainer. I think differently, and I think one of the biggest things I love life, and I always train for life. So I'm able to adapt, and I kind of go into the individual's world, and I'm able to train them to how they live. And I think it's very rare.
Was there a time where you were broke, or maybe you kind of didn't know what you wanted to do after basketball?
Oh my God. Growing up, I grew up, my mom was on welfare. I grew up without a dad. So I kind of grew up in a world where everybody was like in the struggle, in the hustle. And I'm of Dominican descent. So in Dominican Republic, we say la lucha.
What's that mean?
It means the struggle.
I see.
Or we say in the struggle. So like, hey, how you doing in the struggle? But I always like to change it and say I'm on the progress.
Yeah. What's the one piece of advice you would give to anyone at home right now? Maybe they're confused. Maybe they don't know what to do. What would you tell them?
I would say, the biggest thing to grow in life is you gotta know yourself very clearly so you make the right decision. So I would say get in touch with, again,
as you started to become more successful, how did you deal with maybe it was people or friends or family that were holding you back?
Detachment. I think everything has an expiration date. People just put it with food, but when you put it with situations, things are meant to be in your life for a certain period of time. Can't even, I've been married for so many years, and now I know my wife longer than my personal family. I've been with her longer, and it's like, wow, it just makes you think like, things expire, but when something expires, something new grows and kind of takes over. So it's always a lesson.
What's your name?
My name's Ramon.
Last question. Yeah. What's the most amount of money you've made as a personal trainer?
Up in the six figures.
6 figures?
6 figures. Working towards 7.
What should we be on the lookout for this year?
This year, this year is what's called the year of the fire horse. Things are going to propel, and I think my motto is elevate. That's the name of my business. I try to use that motto for everything. So I try to elevate life, elevate opportunities. Be on the lookout because elevate is going to be very big here in Boston.
Thank you so much.